Hi there, my name is Frank Webb. I'm on the board of the Greater Blacktown Business Chamber. We've just received funding from the state government for Small Business Week. And this program is sponsored by state government and is supported by the Greater Blacktown Business Chamber and Breed, who are working together to bring this to you, in conjunction with Blacktown City Council and an organisation called SGS, Economics and Planning. This is a big challenge, and we've got a meagre amount of money to do it with, but we're looking to get the most bang for our buck as we can. And in these COVID-affected times, a form of communication that's become very useful to everyone is Zoom. So what we're looking to do is to set up a Zoom meeting and get community leaders, business leaders, people across Blacktown together to talk about the issues and the problems. Because when we come out the other side of COVID, there's going to be a lot of challenges. So what are the sort of strategies that we can get in place now to get things to move on? And we're asking you to come forward and talk about those strategies. What are the things that you see in your local community? Opportunities where jobs can be created, where we can grow our local community, and how we can encourage business growth. And these strategies will all come together in what's called community wealth building strategies. And that community wealth building strategy, that idea, is a really very powerful concept. Now, I'm not an expert on community wealth building strategies, but we've got a chap here who is, Patrick. I'll hand over to Patrick and he can give you the lowdown on community wealth building. And over to you, Patrick.
Hello, I'm Pat Fensham from SGS Economics and Planning. We're a consulting firm that is dedicated to achieving local sustainable development, including economic development that works for local communities and businesses. And if more than 6 months into a pandemic we've learned anything, it's the value of our places and the strength and ingenuity of our communities. While traditional models of economic development focus heavily on attracting inward investment or the next big project, community wealth building offers a new way of looking at local economies and the role of citizens, businesses and government within them. Community wealth building, has been championed by the Democracy Collaborative in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Centre for Local Economic Strategies, or CLES, based in Manchester in the UK, amongst others. SGS is working with CLES to implement it more widely in Australia. Community wealth building seeks to harness the power of the local to create a fairer and more sustainable economy. It is a people-centred approach to local economic development, which aims to place control into the hands of local people and redirect wealth back into local economies. Community wealth building has been advanced through 5 pillars or principles, and these are as follows. The first one is progressive procurement of goods and services. And this is about anchor institutions such as councils, universities, hospitals, and large local businesses that are fixed in place using their procurement processes and decision-making to deepen the opportunities for local businesses, to deepen local supply chains and socially virtuous business development. The second pillar is fair employment and just labour markets, where these same large anchor institutions or employers lead the way in providing fair wages and working conditions for locals, and emphasising recruitment from or assisting workers in disadvantaged areas or communities. The third pillar is socially productive use of land and property. And this is about anchor institutions using their land and property in ways that generate wealth and benefits for local citizens. Anchors are often major landholders and can support the development of underutilised assets and land for positive community outcomes. The fourth pillar, making financial power work for local places, seeks to increase flows of investment within local economies by harnessing the wealth that exists locally and providing opportunities for local savings to be invested locally as opposed to relying on national or international capital. The fifth pillar is plural ownership of the economy. This is focused on developing a more diverse blend of local businesses, including those with alternative ownership models, such as employee-owned cooperatives. The idea here is that the wealth generated by a broad base of local businesses is more likely to stay local and therefore has a regenerative effect on local economies and local communities. There are many examples of projects and initiatives happening across Australia that fall across these pillars. The power of community wealth building is in taking a comprehensive and strategic approach to economic development by acting across each of these pillars in a coordinated way. The City of Preston in the UK is an excellent example of the potential for success of community wealth building. In this case, the council, together with local anchor institutions, prevented the leakage of $200 million of business spending from the local economy and reduced employment by 3.4% over a 5-year period. The benefits of community wealth building are real and tangible. It is an approach that has its roots in practice and not just theory. The COVID-19 pandemic has presented us with many challenges. It also provides an opportunity to reflect on the value and strengths of our local places and consider new ways of organising our economies to better distribute wealth and support local communities. And community wealth building is at the heart of these sort of efforts. Thanks for listening to me and good luck with your project.
Well, thank you, Patrick. And I hope that gave you a bit of an idea of what community wealth building strategies are and how they're applied. There are major projects that are undertaken under this strategy around the world. So this is really stage one in the process. And as an overview, I'll give you a bit of an overview of stage one. We're really looking at, going through this and getting 20 facilitators together so that we can get them trained and get everything organised on the 14th of October at 4:30 in the afternoon. So we'll get that happening. You need to have access to Zoom or the internet. And at that meeting, what we'll do is we'll draw up the questions relevant to our local community. And then we'll discuss those, we'll become familiar with the technology, and hopefully we'll work out any glitches that are going to happen, and they'll happen there rather than with everyone on the call. And on the 21st of October at 4:30, we'll need a further 80 attendees to be the panellists for comments and feedback. You could call this like Q&A on Zoom in the community. So this is a real shout out to Blacktown area and the Blacktown business community. And we'd like you to come on board. So what we're looking for is we're looking for people who are members of the community, who are active business leaders, people who have businesses in the community, and representatives from community groups who are really engaged in what's happening. And the outcome of this, stage one, will be a report that we'll put together. And that report will identify, will list all of the things that you've identified as participants and put those all together. And then we can put that to council as a report and say, here's a report for the council, from Greater Blacktown Business Chamber, Breed, in collaboration with the council and with the state government. So this hopefully should carry a bit of kudos and mean something to the council. And that's what we're aiming for. So if you'd like to be part of this event, we'd like you to register, and you can go to the Greater Blacktown Business Chamber's website, and you'll find the registration there for Shout Out Blacktown. And if you could click on that, and if you would like to be a facilitator, please give me a call. My number's up there, 0413 826 634, and we'll get you organised for the meeting, for the training of the facilitators on the 14th of October. So thank you very much for watching this video so far, and it's really good of you, and we'd really like you to be part of this process and help us to help build our Greater Blacktown business community in any way that we can help. Thank you very much. Bye.